What's going on, guys? Welcome to a new video on this channel. First of all, I want to say thank you so much for the support over the last year or so. Truly blessed by that, so thank you so much. Please subscribe, please hit that like button, always helps out. So over the past couple months, I have been seeing a lot of people asking me to do like a hair tutorial video kind of thing, so I'm going to do that for you today. What I'm going to do today in this video is look through the archives over the last sort of couple of months where I've tattooed hair, and then dive a little deeper into those clips, explain why I am doing what I'm doing with the needle, the position of the needle, and what needles I'm using typically for the hair technique, and what machine and what volts, etc, etc. But it's more about technique, and so yeah, so let's get straight into it. What's going on, guys? So in this clip you can see me doing the hair technique that I normally do, that I normally use. I'm using the side of the needle, as you can see here, using the edge of the needle there, the corner, just to get into the tight spots. But I'm sort of almost creating each strand as I go in. I'm just shading this part here just to make it a bit more dark, because that side of the neck is shaded. Every hand stroke again is consistent with speed. Just layering up them shades, them layers of ink. But you'll really start to see my technique. Just going to wipe it. You'll start to see my technique with the side of the mag. So I use the side of the mag to create almost like a line, but I go in still, like you see it just here. I'm using, like, you know, still a brush motion kind of thing. So I'm going in at a 45, coming out at a 45, and just making it nice and smooth still. Not, I'm just following the stencil as well, but I'll do each sort of strand. And that's how I really do it, to be honest. There's not much to it apart from just sort of shading, using the side of the mag to create the lines, and making sure you get right into the little parts, and just layering up each strand as you go along. You guys, that's a nice line there. You can see me doing that, and then this part will be solid black. So that's what I'm doing here. And yeah, just making sure it's nice and smooth, not pressing too hard into the skin. You don't want to traumatize the skin too much. And again, look, just using the side of the mag, and that is how I do my hair, guys. I'm just flicking it out towards the end, just so it creates a nice little but you always want to look at the reference picture and see where you can go in darks and can go in lights. So I tend to do the dark parts first and then go back into, so I've done all the dark parts here, and then I'll go back into the section, each section, and then go through with like a medium to then a light tone of grey wash, just to make it look a lot more 3D and faded out. And again, just using the side of the mag, making sure it's nice and smooth, so you can see there. Consistent hand strokes, making sure you go slow enough so that ink does sit in the skin nice and it doesn't look almost sort of scratchy, because if you do go too fast it will look a bit scratchy. So again, building up those strands of hair, just moving the needle slightly over to create a new line, and just almost using it as a paintbrush. Again, it's like a brush motion, pendulum motion, but you're just using the side of the mag, really. I'm just going to shade that bit in. Again, looking at the reference, I'm constantly looking at the reference to see what goes where. Make sure you keep your area nice and clean so you know what you're doing, so you can see where you're going. It's trying not to rush it is the main advice I'm going to give you. Here you go, you can see the strands of hair coming in, and then when you're finished with the hair, you'll then go back through. Well, I like to go back through it and put some white highlights in to really pop it out. Make sure it almost gives it like make sure it looks really sharp, and it almost gives it a different dimension then, you know. So this is the beginning part of this tattoo, and then by the end of it, I'm going to fast forward real quick and slow this bit down. So you can again see now creating these layers. You can see this is a nice angle to see. Using the side of the mag, creating the nice little layers, flicking it out towards the end, not going too dark where I don't want to go too dark, and just making sure you can see each kind of strand. It's a really nice technique there, you can see that now. You just want to make sure you go super slow with your technique, just to make sure it goes in nice, the ink goes in nice and evenly, and almost just brush it in like I'm doing now. Make sure it's all nice and sharp, get right up to the edges. Layer up for the darker parts of the hair. Again, in the reference, I'm not just going with the flow here. I am looking at the reference, see where the dark parts of the hair are. And if we fast forward to the end, actually, you know what, I'll keep this rolling for a tiny bit longer just to get as much technique video in as possible. This is a tattoo that I have recently posted on my YouTube, and if you're wondering how I did my hair on this one, then obviously this is how I did it. So you can see real-time shots here of me doing hair. Please subscribe, guys. Please like the video if this is helping you. Really appreciate the subscribes and the likes on this video. It gets the technique out to more people if you do that. Okay, so I'm just going to fast forward this to the end bit, and here's the finished product that you can see with the hair. So that's how the hair looks after doing the technique. As I zoom right into the piece with this camera. Please subscribe, guys. Please smash that bell icon to get notifications on when I go live and upload new videos, etc. So yeah, that's let's see if we can find another reference now. And here's one that I found in the archives from a couple months back. As you can see, I'm doing the same technique with this is a 13 mag Cheyenne bug pin. I'm pretty sure it's a straight mag actually that I'm using here. I'd probably use a curved mag, to be honest. I'd probably prefer that, but yeah, I'm using a straight mag on this one, but 13 bug pin, I believe, and you can see the technique. I'm not really lifting my hand up off of the skin. I'm sort of, if I want like a solid part like that, I'll just sort of put it into the skin, pull it down, lift up, put it down, put it into the skin again and again and again. The same sort of situation, that little tiny movements, so you create real small gaps between the strands. I'm sort of filling in the black part there. And you can turn your mag round like I've just done, and then start shading the opposite way just to fill in and to shade from the hair, so you don't have to continually just do the side of the mag. You can then turn the mag right round and then shade over the top, which does create then a bit of depth to some of the strands in the hair. Just brushing every strand in, really. And this is how I do my hair, guys. It's pretty simple when you know how to do it, and the technique and how to use the needle. Needles I would typically use would be like maybe like a 13 mag, curve mag. And I would use a curve mag as well. Probably better than using a straight mag, because the curve mag will be really soft when entering the skin. You can see as I enter the skin as well, I slow my hand speed right down to get a nice consistent line in the skin. And I'm using the small, sharp, fast movements just to sort of blend, really. So I'll carry on with this video a tiny bit longer, make it around 15 minutes probably, don't want to bore you too much. Just layering the sections up, the hairs up, and not using the same colour grey wash. I'm using different tones according to the reference, so I don't think I'm using just black the whole time. I'm not. I'm using blacks, I'm using mid-tones, I'm using light tones. You want to just make sure you move the needle. This is a really good point. You want to make sure that you move the needle in the flow of the hair, the flow of how the hair's falling. So just move the needle with the flow of the hair, and that will make it look a lot better, a hell of a lot better. What I'm going to do now is fast forward until the end, and then you can see then what this finished piece looks like this. And yeah, you can see I've used multiple different tones within the hair. And that's it, guys. So I hope this answered a lot of your questions with regards to how I do my hair technique. And yeah, please smash a like on the video if this helped you. And I will see you in the next video. Cheers for the support as always.